Guys, welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to quickly discuss the common misconception regarding relaxed hair. Even though I'm no longer relaxed, these are just some things and beliefs that people had or judgment that people had that really was not true. And so if you're thinking about going relaxed or you want to get a relaxer and some of these reasons are hindering you because you're so fearful, then you probably need to reconsider and really just think about it, why you want to go relax. Do your research, and if in your heart you feel like that's the change you want to make, go ahead and do it. Okay. Number one, I would hear, oh, your hair's gonna fall out. That's it. Your hair's gonna fall out once you relax it. Honestly, that is not true. It doesn't mean that because you transition from natural to naturally curly to relaxer, it's gonna fall out. You need to do your research, make sure you know what chemical you're putting in there, make sure you know what relaxer you want to use. Before I got a relaxer, I got it professionally done, but I made sure that I asked the lady what she was using. I also did my research regarding lye versus no lye, and I was fine with getting the lye relaxer in my hair. You also need to know, that one is a little harsher on the scalp versus one that's a little bit harsher on the hair. And so if you do your research, that's all. Okay. Once again, I'm going to emphasize, do your research. Okay. The other thing is, making sure that tying into the whole falling out situation, make sure that how the method in which you're going to get it relaxed. If you're going to do it yourself, or if you feel like you want to go ahead and get it professionally done. I once again went ahead and I got mine professionally done. The outcome was fine. And for me, my hair wasn't falling out because I had a relaxer. So, don't be alarmed and don't be scared thinking, oh, I'm going to get a relaxer. And because I hear it all the time, you relax it and your hair is just going to be coming out in clumps. I'm not going to say some people have not had that experience, but that could be from something else. It could be because they're allergic to the relaxer. The relaxer that they use could have been expired. There are so many factors that could have potentially played a part into why their hair already fell out. One other reason is if you have damaged curly hair, if you relax your hair, chances are likely, yes, it perhaps might just fall out. Not because you relax it, but because you're adding more chemicals. Just like if you were to color it, it would have fallen out anyhow because it was already damaged. So it's not necessarily per se like the relaxer did it, but you're already starting with super damaged, curly hair. Right. The other misconception is that your hair won't grow. Well, that's not true. When I had my relaxer again, my hair grew. The growth didn't come because the growth basically came because of how I was taking care of it. Long story short, my sister currently, she had been natural for over 10 years, and I kid you not, she decided she wanted a change and she wanted to get a relaxer, and so she did. She does it herself, but her hair in the past 2 years of being relaxed has flourished so much, and it's just, she did it because of manageability, and like I said, she wanted a change, and she's having a lot of fun with her hair, but at the same time, she's caring for her hair, and so her hair is thriving, and she's enjoying that, and that's what we need to do with our hair. We really do need to enjoy our hair as well, that whole your hair won't grow, it is not true. You have life, you're eating healthily, and you're taking care of yourself, your hair will grow, and if genetically there's no, issues with that, then I don't see why your hair wouldn't grow. Perhaps it might be, and if it's breaking at the end and you're not seeing the growth, then there's something going on either way, but not because you get a relaxer doesn't mean that your hair isn't going to grow. That's not true. Okay. Number three, let's see. The other one that I would get also is regarding the time frame. Some people believe that when you have a relaxer, you have to get your hair relaxed every 6 to 8 weeks. Fake news. That is not true. Once again, I would stress that is not true. Don't stick to the whole, oh, you have to get your hair done 6 to 8 weeks. I would say listen to your hair. You know your hair. Now, if you got a relaxer and in 6 to 8 weeks you barely got any new growth, I would encourage you to wait it out a little bit until you have at least an inch, half an inch, and then you get a relaxer, because you don't want to just stick with what is said out there, 6 to 8 weeks, and so, oh, it said that, or my hairdresser said that, so I'm going to do it. No, just go by your hair, to be honest. This is where you really have to say, I'm listening to my body, I'm listening to my hair. It's 6 weeks, it's 8 weeks, and my hair barely, when you look at my scalp, I barely have any new growth. What is there to process, you know? The same thing goes hand in hand for those who are telling you that, oh, if you relax your hair in 8 weeks, that's not good. On the other token of that, that's also not true. I'm going to go back to this again. If you got your hair done and in 8 weeks you look, and just like on the other token, when there was nothing, if you looked and you saw where you have like an inch or more, then yeah, sure, I could understand in 6 weeks or 8 weeks you might want to go ahead and get it. My whole point in bringing this up is, don't just go by what is said out there or what your hairdresser tells you. Listen to your body, look at your hair. You're the one taking care of it. Look at your hair and know what your hair needs, and then you do it on a needs base, based on what your hair needs. So whether or not you decide to stretch for 12 weeks, whether or not you decide to relax your hair in 6 weeks or 8 weeks, that really should be a decision that is made based on how your hair is progressing and what you feel is best for your hair. You have people that stretch for 6 months, for 3 months, and they have no breakage or anything like that. And they do that because they can do it. Their hair can withstand it, but also perhaps in terms of the growth, for some people, it just takes a longer time. While you have some people in 8 weeks, they have so much new growth. Their hair is growing sometimes above the average, sometimes above half an inch a month. And so at 8 weeks, they have quite a lot of growth and they decide to relax it, and there's nothing wrong with that. Last but not least, the other one that I got before is, oh my gosh, relax your hair. It's just straight. It's just dead in terms of bone straight. You can't do much with it. That's not true. These days, there are so many people that have educated themselves and they're not getting that straight, that bone straight relaxing. In fact, that's the reason why it's called a relaxer. It really is just to relax, loosen your curls a bit. It never is meant to bone straight your hair where you have absolutely no texture. Okay, and so you need to really think about that. If you do want that look though, then that's absolutely fine. That's something you can also achieve with like a flat iron, um once done correctly. But that's why it's a relaxer. It's supposed to really just relax and loosen your curls. Now, that being said, I mean, sometimes you really have to think. There's so much hearsay, and when you really think about it, you're like, well, that doesn't make sense. Because I too had bought into the hearsays of this, and relax your hair won't grow or whatever like that. But after doing it, I'm like, that's not true. Why did I even believe that? Because at this point, it sounds ridiculous. So going back to the whole listening to your hair, I think that's the key, essential. Relax your hair is not boring. There's several styles you can do with it. In fact, right now, there are tons of relaxed hairstyles that I'm seeing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't do that when I was relaxed. That looks good. From braid outs to twist out to bantu knots, you name it. Whatever you're doing with your curly hair, you're doing it with. There are girls that are doing it within their relaxed hair state too, and it comes out beautiful. And the same thing, they're doing wash and goes, even with relaxed hairs. It's okay to do a wash and go once done correctly with the right conditioner, the right stylers, and you can get the look is absolutely so beautiful. So do I think relaxed hair is boring? Absolutely. Is it just bone straight and stiff? Absolutely not. It all depends on the process. Who does your hair? How your hair is handled? How you care for your hair? So once again, yeah, it's just the beliefs that are out there that really isn't true. Some of them, yes, I understand why they felt that way, because a lot of us really have had experiences and it just probably didn't go well. So you're basing it off your experience, or based on a couple other people's experience that didn't go too well. But once again, I feel like it's a personal thing. It's how you take care of your hair. And yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. Don't be discouraged if that's the route you want to go. Just make sure you do your research. Do your research. All right. So, as usual, thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys have a wonderful one. Be blessed. Take care. Ciao.